Octavian fought back, and thanks largely to the championing of Cicero, one of the greatest orators in all history, who loathed autocrats in general and Antony in particular, and made a series of dazzling speeches against him, gradually won a majority in the Senate. Rome was once again polarized and on the brink of civil war. There was even a small battle at Modena, which ended in a victory for Octavian. But by November 43 BC, the two had effected an uneasy reconciliation and, with another of Caesar's generals, Marcus Aemilius Lepidus, formed an official 5 year triumvirate entrusted with the task of setting the government back on its feet. Their first priority was to track down the two men chiefly responsible for Caesar's murder. Brutus and Cassius had fled with their loyal soldiers across the Adriatic, leaving Lepidus in charge in Rome. Octavian and Antony pursued them to Philippi in Macedonia, where, in two successive battles, 3 weeks apart, the rebel army was defeated, its two leaders both falling on their swords. By mutual agreement, Lepidus was firmly relegated to a back seat. The victors now divided up the Roman world between them, Antony taking the eastern half, Octavian the west. The little town of Tarsus in Cilicia is perhaps best known today for having been the birthplace of St. Paul. Some 40 years before his birth, however, it was the scene of another event which had a still greater effect on the world as we know it. It was at Tarsus, sometime in the summer of 41 BC, that Mark Antony first set eyes on Queen Cleopatra the Seventh. 6 years before, Julius Caesar had established her on the throne of Egypt together with the man who was both her brother and her brother in law, Ptolemy the XIV. Before long, according to the curious tradition of the Ptolemies, he also became her husband.